Alright, just on my way over to meet the team at the local hotspot. We're going to meet Mario, the other architect who done the original structural drawings and landscape drawings that we've been, basically the paperwork that we've had to date has been done by him. So we're going to meet him and really just finalise the plans now at this point. This is the final meeting for the trip. So I'll be going through that, and then I'll be letting you guys know exactly how I'm involved in this and what my commitment is. And after this meeting, we'll probably be wrapping things up over dinner. It's the last day here tomorrow, so we'll just be chilling and relaxing, getting ready to go back. And yeah, let's go and see what they have to say. Right, so this is actually day 5 of the visit, the vlog, so recording this the next day, but I thought I'd update you on everything that went on yesterday on a kind of step-by-step basis, and what we sealed and what we cleared away yesterday and all the deals that were done and the next steps. So first of all, I met Christine and Mick in the coffee shop, and the idea of that was just to go through, I got my fiscal number, which means I can be part of a company over here, I can open a bank account over here, so that's all sorted now, that's all good. In fact, the bank's being opened next week. One of the things Christine said when we was with her is about, she was a little bit anxious, or the guys who were selling the company a bit anxious, and the reason is because after doing all the due diligence on the company, she's concerned that the debt, that she's found 935,000 in debt, but there's also some other things. That's all she's been able to see at this point. There could be more lurking under the carpet, which means that we're probably not going to buy the company, we're going to buy the asset instead. So we're going to buy the land instead. So that's good. And then after that meeting, we went over to meet Mario Martins. Now, if you type Mario Martins into Google and click on images, you'll see all of the developments and the images of the properties, the innovation, the architecture, the creativity of his designs and his work and his team. He's very, very well known over here. He's renowned for his architecture, and he's just having his stamp on properties will add 10-15% maybe to the property price just by having his brand on it. So we went to meet with him and his team, and after speaking with him, there was a lot of synergy. There's a lot of aligned values in what we're trying to achieve here, because we're going to be building something spectacular. This is going to be something that people want to be part of. It's not a case of just getting anyone involved and selling the properties to anyone. We're going after a specific market, as I said, and when he was speaking, he was saying there was basically no one doing that over here, and he says that he likes to be involved from the project from start to finish. He loves to do the licensing project and then all the mood boards and make every property individual and have character and unique. And the reason he likes to do that is because he loves to be proud of his work, and you can tell that just by looking at his book and his brochure. There's one of the properties that he did that hangs out of a cliff, which is probably the most renowned property here in Portugal, one of the most spectacular properties here, and he was telling us about that property and how it's supported, and how there's these kind of steel cables that support the property out and kind of raise it out of the cliff, which is incredible. His work is just, way above most of the architects that I've seen, and the guy that built that house, the guy that built that entire property was Len. So we've got a real great team. Len's done plenty of work with Mario Martins as well. Out of the meeting, as I say, what really struck a chord was the fact that he was passionate about giving people a feeling, giving people something to be proud of, something to really embrace as part of their new life, or they're a new part of their journey, and that really hit home. That's really what we're trying to achieve. But what was also interesting, what he said was, there's no one else marketing or approaching property developments like this. So in order for us to have an edge, if we work as a team. Another thing he was saying was he doesn't believe that anyone's more important than the other. Everyone's just as equally important in a team to come together and build something fantastic, and that's very much my approach as well. That's my outlook as well, and my opinion. But he says it's very rare that you get an opportunity like this land that's ready to go, particularly in the Lewes area. There's something over here called a PDM, which is basically all the planning development that gets approved, and that's every 5 years. So basically anything that hasn't been approved you just can't build on, and then you have to go through the whole process of applying for it to go through the PDM in 5 years time, and then you have to get planning and all the rest of it. So it takes a long time. So all of these deals that we've got are direct sale, they're ready to go, they're already planning approved. So it's a great opportunity for us to start building this one. We also did some more research on the increase in prices and the trends, particularly in the Lewes area, and how the prices are increasing and the trend behind that. And we found that there's a steady increase there. Properties that were selling for 1.8 are rapidly increasing. They're now 2.8, 3.2. And you can see these batches of developments, how the prices are increasing exponentially over the last 5 years, 5 to 10 years, and over the next years this isn't going to slow down. So to wrap up that meeting, we were really talking about how people buy why you sell something, so we're now going to focus on working on putting a real message together for this development that we're going to do, build something remarkable, be something proud to be part of, not only for potential clients and people who are buying the properties, but the actual team as well, so that they have pride in their work and they're pleased to be something spectacular like this. So it all comes down to people buying why you sell something. They want to be part of something special, and if you're building something special and you're building it with that approach, and you've got a great team who are all singing from the same hymn sheet, people are magnetized to that. People want to be part of that. So I'm looking forward to building that. So after that, we went and had some quick celebratory drinks, and went out for dinner with Len and his wife and Mick and my wife, and today we're just waiting to go home. So I'm going to take a dip in the pool because I haven't been in the pool yet, and then we're going to wrap up this part of it. And obviously there's going to be another meeting when I get back to England to go through the figures, because what we did in Mario Martin's office is we were talking about taking out about 10 or all of the T2s, which are the 2-bedroom villas, and making them all T3, which are 3-bedroom, and giving them more space and more room. We've got to go and bottom that out when we get home so we can finalise the costs with Mario, and really pleased to have Mario on board as part of the project. But me and Mick are going to be going over that, so I'll share that with you guys as well, and then once that's done, we'll be kicking the project off. So at the moment we've got budget costs. We put ballpark budget costs in for all of the development. Land acquisition was 4 million, tax and legal fees 250,000, project costs 1.5 million, infrastructure and engineering 700,000, and then the build cost 30 villas 550,000 each, basement and parking 80 grand, pool and garden 60 grand. They're all having their own basement and parking and pool and garden. That totaled around 27,1 or 27,150, and then there's a phase 1, phase 2 costs, commercial, which I'll go through in more detail when we've broken down those figures and got exact figures. The commercial costs are 4% commission on sales. The sales are around 45 million, leaving a gross profit of about 18 million, as I said before, but that's, as I say, that will all change once we shift them to 3-bedroom, make them very, very special villas, And as I said, the 3-bedroom is almost double the price of a 2-bedroom in what we're building here in those types of developments. So that's it. I'm going to go back. We're going to get another final episode of this initial staging of the project development with me and Mick, when we're going to bottom out these figures, get the final costings from Mario and Paula and Len and all of the shareholdings in the company, how we're going to structure that out, how we're going to finalise the costs with the lawyers, the architects, everything. We're going to share all that along the way, and all the other developments that we've been looking at, I'll let you in on those as well and what we're planning to do with those. I've really enjoyed doing this vlog. I hope you've enjoyed watching it so far. Stay tuned for the final episode of the initial phase when I meet up with Mick and bottom out the numbers, and I hope you follow me for the rest of this project, which I'm going to keep sharing with you guys over the coming 18 to 24 months as we're in the kind of crux of the project development. So I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm excited to be part of it. I hope you're excited to share the journey with me. So until then, I'm going to jump in the pool. Take care, and I'll see you then.